Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the Messengers of Paradisium as our fledgling corporation, our fledgling family, spreads throughout the stars. Let's speed this up ever so slightly. We have our people hard at work, going around and researching the anomaly in Weir, scouting towards the Rubricator, and of course surveying down here. And we've located what could be an ancient subspace gateway near Zoltar's Moor. It appears to have been part of a galaxy-wide network of similar stations when operational and allowed for near instantaneous travel from one point of the galaxy to another. At some point after its initial construction, its connection to the rest of the network was severed. It now offers only one valid destination, an uncharted group of stars just beyond our galaxy that our astronomers have designated the L cluster. Even more intriguing, the gateway was built entirely by nanites of an unknown design. Although the gateway emits a faint power signature, it's been deliberately locked into some kind of maintenance loop. Until we find some way of aborting this process, the L cluster will remain beyond our reach.
Has been amended.
Interesting. I've never seen an L gate before. Let's have a look at this. So we're going to need to get some insights in order to work with that. Cool. Well, I relish the opportunity.
An unusual phenomenon has cropped up.
We have a routine anomaly in Rimdur 4. That's down here. You're relatively experienced, so yeah, you can just go ahead and do that. 150 days will be well spent. And get you a little bit of experience as you go around. I like that we can see the level of our leaders over here. It's very handy being able to identify at a glance how they're doing. How is our technology coming along? It's going to be a good 55-ish months until the next bit is ready.
Has concluded.
Unsurprisingly, Zoltar's Moor only has a little bit of engineering research to be gleaned from the black hole. Look at that! Look at that L-gate. That is really cool. Breeding grounds, okay. The Amor-Alvo system gives us a strongly hostile impression on first sight. None of its planets are remotely habitable. Either scorched by the searing heat of the system's three suns or stripped of life by powerful solar storms. However, despite all this, it seems to be inhabited by a large number of a previously unknown spaceborne organism, groups of which flit in and out between the blisteringly hot inner system and the large gas giant further out in what appears to be an elaborate breeding ritual. It's unclear what attraction this system could possibly hold to these creatures. Regardless, they seem intent on protecting it, and have already turned towards us, approaching the testament of deepest murk in an overtly threatening manner. Well, I think we'll be running away from that. Okay, so Gamma aliens, we're going to need to research them and figure out what the hell is going on there. We've now encountered intelligent life capable of spaceflight. In sharp contrast to the primitives previously observed, we've yet to get a good look at the beings piloting the crafts that move through the dark with purpose unknown. That is really quite impressive, that L-gate. Very much like the look of that. Okay, so these Gamma aliens, oh god, yeah, run away from them. That is bad news waiting to happen. So we're not going to be able to get in there that way. Instead, I say come around here, survey there, survey there. We'll just sort of bypass it. We'll go the long way around. There'll be nothing wrong with that. Please don't kill us before we leave. In the meantime, we can research that in 13 months. That's really quick. Let's do that. That will also give us an influence or a special project. So could be beneficial either way. And that anomaly is almost finished already. Okay, I gave you instructions to go around like this. Okay, as suspected, the asteroid J999XR1 holds within it a great mass of metal and does indeed hide some manner of machinery. Gathered data clearly shows that its constituent parts contain great quantities of stored energy, but its purpose remains unknown. Yeah, proceed carefully. Let's gently excavate it. It's a Trojan asteroid. Ooh, geez. Caution proved well in order. Hidden inside was a host of old mining drones programmed to attack on sight. Science Officer Ron unfortunately detected this early and was able to jam the drone's sensors long enough to disable them. The drone's cores are old indeed, but retain vast amounts of energy for siphoning. Ooh, yeah. We definitely want to take Rimdur then. Rimdur is hot, looking like the place to be. How is our population assembly going? Okay, so it's going to be another 10 months or so, and then we can build another building.
Steering clear of belligerents.
Okay, in Rana we've got Delta aliens, which are right next to us and quite hostile, but ooh, geez. Yeah. Some kind of space pirates? I mean, it looks like Space Amoeba, but who knows, who knows. So we immediately, immediately leaving. Okay, so this entire direction is not going to happen. Once you've finished evading.
A system survey has concluded.
Come down here and then go there next. With Rimdur finished, we've got a destination that we certainly want to go. Over here, I'm going to spend our resources enlightening this civilization. We're going to make them our little puppets. In the long term, it is going to be glorious. The Tikek are currently in the Steam Age, so hopefully we'll move them into the Industrial Age. And then we can start covert infiltration. Down the line, of course. Once we've got them there, then we can consider how we want to move beyond that. We're almost at the point where we can build a new starbase as well. We are losing a little bit of money because of this technological enlightenment, but we've got plenty of resources coming in, so I'm not worried about that right now. 2 more influence needed. Oracle Haween has leveled up. All hail the great Oracle. And scientist Roland has also gained up. There it is. New starbase over here. Scientist Belkalon has gained a level as well, quite happily, tinkering along with engineering research. Now the only thing that's really slowing us down in terms of our expansion plan is our influence. So we're going to want to go Derep and then Onab and then Rimdur. So we've got our next 3 bits already pre-planned. We can actually spend money on education and recycling. We don't have consumer goods that are really being used to the point where the recycling campaign is going to be useful. Education campaign is always useful, but it's quite expensive. Leader experience gain plus 25%. Not that useful when our leaders live forever.
An unusual phenomenon has occurred.
Okay, this one's probably going to be worth doing. So this is in Mendok. Our sensors indicate odd irregularities in Mendok's energy emission pattern. 250 days. it's probably worth us just spending the time to do it here now. How is our archaeological dig through going? We've got a couple of clues already, but this is a very difficult dig site. So each time we roll, if we roll below 5, then we're not getting any clues. So you can see all these failed rolls over here. Rather unfortunate. Okay, in here, get the mining stations up and working. Over here, faith in science. This is where our divine operations are coming to. We're turning science into a religion, and with the family's backing, we can pursue our true science goals. Populations working with research have their upkeep reduced, which is amazing. This is also giving us the edict for improving our anomaly research speed. Plus, we're also getting 10% extra research, which is lovely. And we get a wonderful ascension perk. I think I would love to do the consecrated worlds. But I think we'll start with technological ascendancy now, and then we will move on to going full spiritual afterwards. So maybe we'll go harmony next, or well, whichever one we go for. It won't matter. But this is going to massively speed up our actual research generation. So you're happily building those stations, which is good. And yes, over here on the planet, we can get a new place. So we're going to get another research labs on the go. And then we're going to need more consumer goods, because research labs do take consumer goods. But that's okay. We've built up quite a stockpile, so we're not going to be worried about that. So the myth fell. We've carefully nudged the myth fell towards more democratic ideals, in place of the primitive despotism that prevailed in their world before. So the myth fell. They are. That's the Kiram civilization. Oh yes, it's on the other planet over in Vistalius. Ooh, actually, we can afford to technologically enlighten them as well. It's going to cost us a lot, but now that they're not ultra paranoid, I think that this is the right thing for us to do. We're playing the long game here. That's the plan anyway.
An anomaly has been discovered.
Okay, once again down in Mura. So we found a strategic resource during the survey of Mura 7. Testament to the skin, discovered deposits of rare crystals. Lovely. Crystals make them extremely effective at focusing laser beams, and they're a critical component in most advanced electronics. In addition, many cultures treasure them as decorations and adornments. And of course, we would quite happily sell them for a small markup. While we do not yet possess the means to extract this resource, we should seriously consider establishing control over the system for future exploitation. And the planetary body, Mura 7, appears to be covered in some manner of greyish substance, which is not the crystals, possessing strange properties and varying metallic compositions. So, yeah, go ahead and research that while we're here. Now, our research output has dropped because we're spending extra on the society research, but that's okay. Over in Vutalum, remnants of a small Vutalum helium-3 mining base have been found at the bottom of a large crater on Wura 9. The blast that created the crater seems to have originated from inside the facility itself. Unless Vutalum mining techniques were radically different from our own, an equipment failure or accident cannot account for such a massive explosion. So there is definitely something to research here. Carry on with that and then head back home to assist with the research afterwards. That's going to be 180 days to further the family goals. Okay, Habitable World Survey. We now know without a doubt that the thriving biosphere is not something unique to Paradisium. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. Yeah, that's a commendable initiative. I'm very happy to do that. Okay, so those entities that we found. The entities encountered by a fleet some time ago, new space-borne life forms. Quickly named Space Amoeba following an analyst's gross misreading of an initial sensor output, the creature is in fact larger than the average Ascendi Corvette. Despite its apparent onerousness, further study is warranted. We can remotely monitor the creature and its kin from Paradisium. So this is giving us an expensive one to do, but this is going to be worth it. We could also investigate the Delta aliens, which will take 37 months to find out what they are. I think we'll start with this and we'll see how it goes. Okay, back to Mendoc. The latest sensory readings from Mendoc show the star pulsating regularly, but the crew testament Deepest Murk arrived on site. There was no evidence to support this data. While most of the crew are in agreement that this anomaly was caused by sensory malfunction, Science Officer Jarson discards this theory. Jarson claims to have discovered similar pulsating energy emission patterns elsewhere, and now fears that something strange is happening to the galaxy's stars. They have charted the course to the nearest affected star. I would like the influence from this. I'd be very curious to find out what it is, but if it's like there's a lot of threats around us and I'd rather we kept just surveying for survey's sake. Let's say it was a malfunction. We'll get the extra influence and that'll allow us to explore and colonize faster. I'm probably going to regret that. When I look up the encounters later, I'll probably see that could have been an amazing, awesome thing. For those of you that also play this, I highly recommend do not look up the encounters. Even if like you know which way they can go, don't look up what the alternatives are because there's so much depth to the game. You'll end up spoiling something. Okay, you're nearly done with your mining station. So after a detailed analysis, Officer Rowlands discovered the strange metallic substance coating the surface of Mura 7, which is down here. In fact, comprises of billions upon billions of nanites. These nanites are microscopic, self-replicating micromachines, perhaps created by past civilization for some unknown purpose. The volume and density of this nanite sludge is remarkable, adding billions of tons of mass to the underlying planet. It would appear these tiny self-replicators entered a state of runaway reproduction at some point in the past, engulfing the planet and everything on it. In studying the nanites, the crew has made some exciting new findings that will aid us in our own research. So this is giving us L-Gate insights, and
a study has been completed.
Planetary build speed up. Nice! Well, that was definitely worth it. We're still going for this mining station output. That's going to be thoroughly awesome when we get it.
A special project is complete.
Okay, so back to the archaeological project. Miraculously, we managed to salvage parts of a Voltarum data core that had been blown clear of the crater on Weir 9. Most of the data was corrupt, but our scientists did manage to properly translate the Korga, the basic Voltum time unit. Okay, so this is a Voltum artifact and engineering research.
A system survey has concluded.
Let's have a look at our... So we've got 2 minor artifacts. We can use them to proclaim a religious revelation, which will actually give us a bunch of unity. If I just have a look at our unity, we need another 1,300. So it'd be 25 months for us to get that at 36 a month. We'd be able to drop that down by 6 months. So that'd take it down to 19 months away with religious revelation. I think that's probably worth it, actually. So, the religious revelation, we've discovered that these artifacts are in fact holy, and the Oracle has guided us to them. Now, of course, which members of the family actually believe that is another question, but it's all part of the corporate front. That way, when we encounter any other corporations or spacefaring species, we can claim persecution on religious grounds if they decide to go hostile. Over in Ajondis. Ajondis 1 appears to be totally desolate and devoid of life, but our scanners have picked up an encrypted signal emanating from it. Yeah, research that. Caridian, you're doing quite well, mate. And back on Paradisium, so our research has gone back to normal.
Construction venture completed.
Which has dropped these down to a suitable level. Very happy about that. Alright, we've got enough to be able to take Darep. Let's do that next. We are just losing the tiniest little bit of consumer goods at the moment. The more scientists we get, however, the more that will definitely end up costing. At the moment, there's only 4 researchers. If I look over this, there's 2 research jobs there, 2 research jobs there, so we're not expecting to lose any more consumer goods from that, so we should be okay for a while. Still worth keeping our eye on, though. Okay, so ever since the Ascendi takeover of Paradisium, the transformation of humans into Dar-Hesh has been shrouded in ritual. Once every 10 years, a date which is rapidly approaching, the apprentices gather in the Chamber of Elevation for a special ceremony. What exactly happens to them is a closely guarded secret, known only to a select few, but when they emerge, they do so as Dar-Hesh. This is the Necrophage, and this is what will turn our humans into lovely, productive Dar-Hesh. Interesting. So, having decrypted the signal, Jarsin, where are you, Jarsin? There you are. Testament of the deepest murk. Jarsin was astonished to discover it was broadcasting an archaic form of the main Dar-Hesh languages, speaking in these, thous, and whenceforths. It appears to be reciting one of the lost works of Cornan, a renowned Dar-Hesh playwright who lived some 600 years ago. It appears that the broadcasting device, a simple satellite dish protected by a small shelter, is the only non-natural structure on the planet. There's no hint as to who left it there or why, but going by the wear and tear on evidence, it must have been since shortly after the play was first written, long before Dar-Hesh learned the secrets of space travel. We can only assume it was left there by an ancient visitor to Paradisium who took a liking to the play and decided to pay our species a strange and unexpected tribute. Let's go for the monthly unity increase for 60 months. So let's work it out. So let's say 900%, so 9 times our current unity. No, actually, we're going to get more by doing this. We won't get the happiness, but that's fine. Disseminate the recording across the nation. It's important that our people hear the work. And with that, we have enough unity to adopt a new tradition. Necrophaging populations provide unity. Governing ethics attractions up. Capital buildings and housings provide extra housing. Influence costs down. In fact, let's look at each of these. So domination will give us extra monthly influence, which will be really useful for fast expansion. Prosperity will give us mining station output up. Supremacy will give us starbase capacity. Okay, I think domination is where we're going to go. So it's going to be another 46 months until we get the next one of these. In the meantime, technological enlargement, there's been a setback on Tikek. The oppressive autocratic society on Tikek has frustrated our efforts to raise the technological level of the Curium. Individual thoughts and initiatives on which science thrives are discouraged. Their primitive authoritarianism has stymied the progress of our mission. The scientific advisors were sent. Report that it will likely take longer than expected. Well, that's unfortunate. It's only 5% through, so losing 20%, it's not that much, I guess. Probably going to cost us a lot in the long run, though. How is this starbase doing? Up to 8%.
Clear of belligerents.
Ooh, space amoeba. That's a lot of space amoeba.
An anomaly has been discovered.
Okay, so over to Jundis up here. Jarsin has found another anomaly. There's significant scarring on the surface of Jundis 2A. A pattern that cannot be natural. From orbit, the massive rifts look almost like writing. Well, yeah, research that. It'll be nice and quick to have a look at it. In the meantime, you can come down here. This area looks like it's a bit isolated, so come and survey each of these. Now with 3k power, we're almost certainly not going to want to go near those space amoebas. It's going to be pretty nasty. Oh, we are getting clues over here, finally. Should be due a breakthrough in a moment. And we've converted 3 populations to Dar-Hesh in an elevation ceremony on Paradisium. Hooray for that! The necrophage has happened.
Construction venture completed.
Alright, with the space station done, let's get the mining stations, then the research stations. And then we'll move on to ONAB next. Encounter in Rimdur. Zeta aliens. Okay. We've encountered a form of alien vessels. They've been flagged and we should proceed with caution. Who are you? I mean, they look like they're doing a survey, so that's almost certainly going to be some kind of other spacefaring empire. Someone used mining lasers from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of a Jundis 2A. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Amazing. That's brilliant. I mean, when you're bored on a ship, what are you gonna do, eh? I'm wondering if we should kind of come down and cut them off. I suppose we're building our way down here as quick as we can, aren't we? So that's still the Zeta aliens, but there is a potentially habitable planet down here.
A study has been completed.
Yes, more research. Okay, I think if we're potentially going to be engaging in combat, let's start working on some weapons. And in 4 months, we'll also start working on some armor. One day we'll be able to build mega structures.
A study has been completed.
Okay. Next research, bigger armor. Ooh. Or we can just up our mineral output. An extra 20% is pretty big in the grand scheme of things. But I think we need to get the armor so that we can start retrofitting our ships, maybe building more ships. I've been purposefully hoarding up our stockpile of metals, so we'll be in a good position to reinforce the armada just as soon as we can. And we should be able to take the ONAV system soon. Breakthrough chance 100%. We didn't get it on the last time.
A
My
system
word.
survey has concluded.
This hole in the ground was definitely the hardest excavation site ever. He's been stuck there for ages. Here we go.
Construction venture completed.
Okay, clearing away the rubble is painstaking and risky business. Workers and equipment have to be hoisted down hundreds of meters to the dig site. An excavated rubble has to be lifted out. There have been numerous casualties and accidents while working in these trying conditions, but progress is being made, and every day we venture deeper. The walls of the crater are worn and cracked by time, but they plunge unerringly straight down to the planet's core. We can only speculate how deep it goes, as something in the depths is garbling all our sensor readings. Keep digging. Definitely keep digging. Yeah, so it's still going to be a while before we can get anything worthwhile out of that. In terms of relics, you can celebrate diversity to get a little bit of unity. Ooh, we could discover Elgate or Precursor insights. Let's save up our artifacts. I didn't realise we would be able to do that. That's very interesting. And our factions have founded. This is really good for us. This is going to change the amount of influence that we get monthly. Hello, you Eater aliens. You're going to have to leave our area soon enough. We can't quite build yet. Right, so a new faction's been gaining traction in the internal political landscape. Led by Governor Merson, they call themselves the Individual Choice Initiative. Okay. And the other one is the Alliance of Exalted Clergy, led by Oracle Howard. Of course, these are going to be the preferential ones. I will stop and have a very quick look at what they want. Okay, allowing for the replacement of organic life with robotic workers will displease the clergy. Adopting the mind over matter ascension perk will please the clergy. Okay, well we can very quickly just go... Where is robotic workers outlawed? There we go. That will make them quite a lot happier. I think that's a solid move for us. Okay, let's take Onab. The expansion is going well. With Onab taken, we should get this down to a very manageable level. Okay, they're surveying, so we can definitely claim this. It's always a worry. Okay, communications have been established with the Armathri Consortium. They appear to have successfully translated our language, and so we can talk with them. They are egalitarian and xenophiles. Great, they're gonna love us. Okay, so I bring greetings from the oligarch Garnath Odrin, the undisputed ruler over the Armathri Consortium. Respect our borders and keep out of our affairs, and perhaps mighty fleas will refrain from visiting your worlds. Well, I mean, that's not very xenophilic, is it? May the spirits bring you to your goals. We can say that. The news that we've encountered intelligent life for the first time has been received with mixed feelings by our populace. This confirms what we'd long suspected. We're not alone in this galaxy. Each new alien species we encounter represents both an opportunity and a threat. We must be wary. These particular Xenos have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. Let's have a look at how they sit in the chart. So they are better than us in number of colonies and in number of populations and their economic strength. That's not a surprise. Look at the amount that they're generating. That is loads. In terms of... yeah, their fleet power is overwhelming compared to us. We don't have any fleet power built up. But what we can do is we can send an envoy over to improve relations with them. And maybe... oh, they're a corporation. I mean, of course they're a corporation. So, yeah, we can't really do much with them. Or we could potentially start a trade federation. Which means we would need the Federation diplomacy tradition. But in the meantime, we can work out how we're going to plan our borders. They're only in a small section down here, but they do have 2 entire colonies. So we're going to want to run for Rimdur, is the short of it. if we were to stop spending on these two, our economy would be in a better position. There's no two ways around that. Valued customers, we care. In fact, we'd like to celebrate our mutual friendship by supporting your independence from aggressors. Yeah, that sounds great. I think we'll do the same in return. It's important that when the Empire believes we're weak and need their protection, when someone offers a favour to the family reciprocates. It will cost us a little influence each month. I mean, it's better to be friends with your direct neighbours, I'd say. So that's going to be a good thing. And we could also do a non-aggression pact, but that will also slow down our influence. So I think we'll stay off on that for the moment. Yeah, it's complicated trying to run a spiritual corporation. I like their logo. Their logo is very cool. Right, so down here, get the mining stations built. I don't think we're going to need to... I mean, we're going to take Rimda, of course. They're taking Vinjim. So yeah, as soon as we can, we want to take Rimda. And I really hope that they don't have the influence to take it before we get there. Okay, so you were surveying down here. Let's bring you up and survey this way instead. Gotta keep busy, gotta keep doing things. I'm watching our influence quite intently. I wonder, can we get any influence from the relics? No, that would give us unity. It looks like they've... Well, actually, no, we can't see anymore. I was going to say it looks like they've headed off elsewhere, but no, we've just moved out of scanning range. Yeah, Rimda is the prize jewel in this sector. Once we get one more tick of influence, I'm actually just gonna move in. Okay, we can move in now. Which mining station are you currently building? Okay, one that we probably do care about, but we can do it later. Oh, he's finishing it off. Okay. I guess we're not cancelling it. That's okay. It won't take long to get finished. Now get yourself to Rimda and claim that system in the name of the family. over here, you've run out of things to do, so let's do a little bit of surveying up in these
A
parts.
system survey has concluded.
They're already here. Damn it! They are already here. This is unfortunately what I was worried about. Okay. We might need to take Rimda off them at some point, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that nicely. So we're going to lose that influence that we just spent, which is a real shame. Maybe instead we should finish building those. Yeah, because they've already started, so there's no way we're going to be able to build it faster than them. So stop. Oh, that does give us our influence back. Okay. Well, we'll be able to get those without trouble. So let's come and get Mendoc next. Oh, I'm so annoyed about that. Anyway, we've detected what appears to be a naturally occurring subspace phenomenon in the edge of the Jugum system. A rift in the very fabric of space-time has formed here, creating a wormhole that our scientists speculate may provide a conduit through subspace to another wormhole located somewhere else in the galaxy. Depending on where the second wormhole is located, could potentially allow other ships to travel from one end to the other in a matter of days. Unfortunately, it is inherently unstable. Any vessels foolish enough to pass through it would be ripped apart in seconds. And that's up there. And with that, unfortunately, we are out of time for today. We've made first contact, and unfortunately, the Rimda system, as much as we were running towards it, we're not going to get that. Look at this damn station that they're building. There's nothing we can really do about that. You can see their little construction drones going all around the place. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Stellaris. See you soon.